It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday. I hope you enjoyed the weekend. We definitely had some rain showers, a few thunderstorms to dodge around the weekend, especially on Saturday. If you were south of Highway 60, there's a good deal of rain around, which was nice in terms of the temperature, but hopefully you didn't have lake plans that were washed out in the middle of the day. We did have some scattered rain and a few thunderstorms around on Sunday, too. Thankfully, not severe weather, but we had some locally heavy rainfall, and that, of course, impacted some areas in the Ozarks. This morning, a result of the weekend rain chances means that there's a bit of ground fog that has developed across the Ozarks, patchy fog in the forecast this morning. So be mindful of that. I know it's a new start to the week, not that pleasant to have some visibility issues here and there, but visibility this morning is reduced less than a half mile. There could be some patchy dense fog, so remember to use the low beams and just plan a few extra minutes for that morning drive if you haven't left the house yet. It's not going to last all day. This fog is going to burn off by about 9 o'clock in the morning. We should see the skies clear and some sunshine is in my forecast as we head into the course of the afternoon as well. High temperatures today, they are going to warm up into the middle 80s, and there will be another chance today for some showers and thunderstorms. I have yet another day with about a 30% chance for showers and storms. We've got a stationary boundary draped across the Ozarks, and that's acting as this place where we could see some showers, a few thunderstorms, and there's even some heavy rain that's possible for the St. Louis area, much of the eastern portion of the Ozarks. So heads up to that if you have to travel today, if you're heading east of town, back over into the eastern part of the state, as well as the St. Louis metro area. That's where we're on watch for some flooding problems, isolated flooding expected with some of the heavy downpours that I think are possible in the forecast later today. We've got partial sunshine in the forecast today, too. So the mid 80s, pretty typical for a nice July day. We'll see high temperatures back into the 90s later this week. So there is no shortage of summer weather in this 7-day forecast. We also will hold on to this isolated storm chance each and every day through the rest of the work week forecast. No one day looks like a total washout, but I think we'll have a good deal of showers and thunderstorms around. And I can't guarantee a dry day in this forecast. There's at least going to be some pop-up shower and thunderstorm activity each afternoon. Today's actually one of the cooler ones in the 7-day forecast. So if you do catch some dry time, I would encourage you to head out, get the yard work done today, take advantage of the evening hours. Temperatures this morning are starting out in the upper 60s. We'll be near 70 degrees and then highs warm to the mid 80s today. We'll be back into the upper 80s on Tuesday. Again, it's looking like a chance for some showers and storms with that same frontal boundary draped across our region. And then we'll see highs probably climbing back into the low 90s as early as Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And rain chances for the second half of the week look a bit lower than what we experienced out there today. Low temperatures are generally going to be falling back to the upper 60s and low 70s. So not a ton of relief in this forecast as we talk about overnight low temperatures either. Around the country, what's making headlines as we start the new week? Well, unfortunately for our friends down in central Texas, as well as the mid-Atlantic, they're holding on to some flood headlines because of heavy weekend rain that is going on to impact the start of the work week. We also have heat and fire weather concerns in the national news headlines. That's for our friends out west. And then we've also got heavy rainfall and flash flooding threats for portions of Florida. That is going to hold true today and tomorrow, not associated with the tropical system, just heavy downpours in the forecast today for our Florida friends. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with last week was this: what is the warmest month on average in the Northern Hemisphere, often associated with peak summertime heat? Do you think it's A, June, B, July, C, August, or D, September? We could answer this question for the Ozarks pretty easily, but what do you think about the whole Northern Hemisphere? If you guessed B, July, you would be correct. Yes, July is typically the hottest month in the Northern Hemisphere. This is due to a combination of factors. including that the Northern Hemisphere's greater land mass and Earth's axial tilt. The Northern Hemisphere's summer solstice begins in late June, and the Earth's surface continues to warm up throughout July, leading to the hottest temperatures. The Northern Hemisphere has a larger proportion of land mass compared to the Southern Hemisphere. So land heats up faster than water does. So the Northern Hemisphere summer contributes more significantly to some of those warmer temperatures happening in the month of July. So congrats if B was your guess. Here's another hot question for you. What is the hottest inhabited place on Earth based on average annual temperature? Do you think it's A, Death Valley, California, B, Dalal, Ethiopia, C, Dubai, or D, Alice Springs, Australia? Let me know your guess. You can do that. That's at the website aroundtheozarks.com. Happy Monday. I hope that you are not dealing with some of that patchy fog this morning, but if you are, I'm expecting it to burn off by mid-morning. Then we'll be left with mainly sunshine, but there's isolated rain chances in the forecast, so don't leave home without the umbrella today. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a great one. We'll chat again tomorrow.